All right. Hi, everybody. Today we're
Hi.
meeting with Laura Mojer, vinQulo Matchmakers founder. She comes from the corporate world. She spent years there in roles of responsibility. She studied for MBA, business administration, but she had a desire. She wanted to make difference in the world. She wanted to spread her own wings and step outside of her comfort zone, help other people discover love in their lives, build relationships. She noticed that there's a need in society to to help people find partners, especially in this digital age where the society, fortunately or unfortunately, is so introverted. People shy to talk to one another. They cautious. And there's, of course, we live in an age of instant gratification, so to mention that. So without any hesitation, she jumped into this world. She's been matchmaker for 3 years ago, for 3 years already. And since then, it's been continuous success for her. She invested a lot of time into vinQulo Matchmakers, helped loads of people discover love, partnerships in their life, build complex human relationships between them, develop skills in general. Matchmaking isn't only about connecting people, it's about coaching people, helping people behave, present themselves, and understand better one another because communication is always the key. She's a Spanish matchmaker from Spain. This is our first interview with the Spanish matchmaker, so woohoo, yahoo! And the focus of vinQulo matchmaking is yet again helping people find love. It's about building communities as well, communities of dedicated professionals who share the same mentality, the same mission, vision. So it's more than just business for sure. For Laura, it's been a life changer, I bet, revolutionary one. All about connecting hearts, building happy lives, fairy tales. Let's start with the past because everything begins in the past. The question, the most fascinating question is why? Why did you decide to
Just
start?
okay.
Yes, and let's
Welcome,
say hi
Laura.
because I'm going to occupy this
I
meeting.
don't get any chance to say anything
Say hi,
anymore.
everybody.
I just want to say hi, Laura. Welcome to our
Hi
podcast.
guys, hello, how are you?
Now back
How
to
to
you,
say
Arthur.
hello in Spanish, Laura?
Hola.
Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hola,
Hola, ¿qué
¿cómo
tal?
estás?
Hola, ¿qué tal? Muy bien,
Estoy
gracias.
bien.
I just
Yeah,
can't
that's
wait
fine.
to discover so many nuances about your business, about your professional life as well. Simple things like I don't know, are Spanish singles different from American singles or not? This basics. Can't wait
Yeah.
to learn all about that. Let's get started
We're
for
about
sure.
to dive into this rabbit hole and explore how deep it is. So,
Yes.
the first question, why? Why did you decide to start a matchmaking company? What was the passion? What was the reason? And it's a huge step from business administration, from corporate background, especially corporate background. You deal with bureaucrats, a lot of numbers, papers, and now become people. Matchmaking is all about emotions, heart. It's about psychology. So it's like 180 degrees turn. It's a U-turn. Why?
You know what? I always say that the matchmaking world found me because here in Spain, no one, like 95% of the people do not know what a matchmaker is. So first I
Not
was
know?
working
Just to be
with,
sure, do not know. Oh, wow. Okay.
they
There is
do
one
not
difference
know.
already.
Yeah. No, this is like really, it's a profession that it's really new in Spain, only maybe 10 years, more or less. Maybe I don't even think that it's
Wow.
10 years yet. So there's a lot of people that they don't even know what a matchmaker is. And we use the word in Spain, we don't have a Spanish word. We say that we are matchmakers. So everyone is like, match what? and we have to explain what we do. And well, everything came because I was working in a multinational rental car, and I lost my job. And I was, I knew, I don't know why, because I didn't have a background of a family that had worked in a company or had a company, I mean. So I thought that I didn't want to work for other people. I wanted to work for myself. I had, and when I had my studies in business administration, I said, I really want to do something on my own, but I didn't have a clue, to be honest. So I knew that I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something that was new in Spain that could help people. So what we always do here is what they do in the States, so what they do in America that has not arrived yet here. So, well, looking for something, and my friends, they always said, you know, that it was really difficult to find people that want to have a relationship, that want to build something, you know, because with the apps, the dating apps, every day there's more people frustrated that they cannot find a partner. You can find whatever you want, probably, but not a partner. So
Okay,
I
so that's a
thought, well,
similarity, I find. That is a similarity with American or Canadian or English, for example, marketplace. There is that problem, right? So similar.
exactly.
I
The
personally
dating
approve this message.
yeah, you
Yeah, yeah.
personally yeah.
You can find, if you want, I mean, you can find friends, you can find only sex, you can find just if you want to talk to people, but it's very difficult to find a partner. And a lot of people have that frustration. I don't think it's difficult nowadays to find a partner, but it's difficult now in these tools, in these platforms, you know, in the
The dating
dating
apps.
apps,
Yeah, yeah.
it's very difficult because it's too many options and too many different people that want different things. And at the end of the day, most of my customers, they always say the same: 2 weeks and maximum, and they're out because it's something that they don't really like. So I thought, if there's that many people that want to find a place, or they want to find a partner, why don't create a place where you can only look for a partner, nothing else? So I was the first, well, searching for information. I found matchmaking in the States, matchmaking in America. I know that in Great Britain as well, that it's big. But I got the information there, and checking for information one day, pop-up came. That's why I say it was the matchmaking look found me, because it was there's matchmakers in Spain as well, not many, but there was a pop-up telling me that it was this matchmaking institute to certificate if I want to and get, you know, like studies in matchmaking, or how you say formación. Sorry, I don't know the word in English.
Training, formación
Like
is
the training, sure,
it's
yeah.
also French
So
word,
if I
formación.
want to, yeah, if I want to be matchmaker, I can have the training in Spain. So I said, wow, this is amazing. So I started to get my matchmaking and training, and I was the first matchmaker in the Balearic Islands. This is where I live, in Mallorca. So now there's another one here in Mallorca. Well, I started to build this idea here in Mallorca, and it went like every time someone in a range, because it's like age range from 45 to 65, more or less. That's the people that is most interested here in Spain with
And
the
it makes
matchmaking
sense.
service.
It makes sense because at that age, I suppose you have gone through experience in life and you probably don't want to spend too much time facing the app. You know, you want to probably be in front of people, probably more, and not just people, right, but qualified people, you know, that are maybe on the same
They want the same
level.
thing, serious people who are
Yeah.
ready for love, who are
Yeah,
ready for
yeah.
partnership,
Same stage
relationship.
in life, potentially same stage in life. So I was gonna ask you, there are matchmakers, believe it or not, who are targeting the millennials and the younger, like literally 30s, you know, even 20s. There is that too. But I wonder if those younger generations, they probably are just fine with the apps, you know, maybe they're more comfortable with the apps. I don't know. Do you, what's your experience in Spain specifically?
In Spain, there's a lot of people. The big part of my customers are around 50, but I have younger as well. My youngest one is 33,
Okay. Oh, there you
and
go.
the eldest is he's 76.
Wonderful.
So I do have is as well, but it's true, no, that younger people have other tools. They go out more. They have more chances to meet people without that. I mean, singles. So when you like in your 50s, you have your professional or family responsibilities, and you don't go out that much. If you don't, if you, it's a time that you pressure your time as well. You don't want to be like chatting with people that you don't know. So it's difficult. So once I launched the service here in Mallorca, at the beginning I was like all the media, the like local television, radio, newspaper were contacting me saying, "Wow, this is something so new, so different." And I was starting to, people wanted to interview me, and there was one moment in like 1.5 years, almost 2 years, that I thought I was going to how you say die of success,
Mm-hmm.
because it was a lot of people that wanted to know about the service. So we had to stop and rebuild the process and the business and do it differently. So here in Spain, there's not many people that knows about matchmaking, but there's a lot of people wanting this service once they know it exists.
So you're almost like starting a whole trend over there, right? And you mentioned
It,
about matchmaking school slash, you know,
yeah,
training course.
academy or
That's
whatever, yeah.
that's that's in Spanish or in English,
In Spanish,
and it's from Spain.
yes.
And from where is it? Just so our viewers can get an idea, like what courses are there, and do you recommend?
Um, well, it's not very professional, I have to say, because when I finished the training, I felt like, okay, and now what? It's like I thought that what should I do now? To be honest, because I don't even know how other matchmakers in Spain can work, because I'm pretty sure that I'm the only one in Spain with a CRM for my customers, because I was taught to work with an Excel sheet, you know, and with filters. And they say here in Spain that an Excel can support everything. And I can say that that's a lie. When I had this like a volume of customers, I couldn't handle with an Excel sheet. That's why I was looking for something. I say, if this is big in the States, for sure there's something in America or in Canada in this case that can help me manage my customers, because an Excel sheet, it was impossible. I was going crazy. So just imagine, it's not a very good it's not very professional right now because it's very young.
I have a
But
great question. It's
yeah,
about how. It's about now how. what processes you had. So you finished the course, you had a passion, obviously. It was 180 degrees. You finished the course, and now it's challenge. Now it's the best part of the movie, the best part of the story. How did you get established and then re-established after having been fed of success? And all, how did you get your first clients? What tools did you use? How did you do marketing, bureaucracy? Was it hard to register a company? And just tell the challenges that you faced and how you overcame them.
No, to be honest, to start, it was quite easy. I mean, we don't have a legal figure of matchmaker here in Spain. We have to,
Wow.
no, we have to register for our taxes as I don't know if you had like a matrimonial agency.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
been for years.
And
But
matrimonial agency is quite established notion, in many countries. Yeah, it's like it's pretty understandable, right?
yeah,
Professional
but
services.
at the moment, yeah, there's not like I don't know. I guess in America, yeah, you can register for taxes as a matchmaker and everything's legal and regulated. And here, no.
You'll be
But
surprised, but that's a
Different
whole
states
other.
have different rules.
yeah,
That's
well,
In
other.
some
That's a
states,
whole
it's
other
illegal
conversation.
even.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, anyway, it was quite easy that bit, but I felt like in Mallorca, it's an island, so my way to know to spread the news, like what the matchmaking is, to give like visibility, it was doing networking. So I started doing getting in networking meetings. I was doing a lot, and after, thank you to the networking, this way media start to call. So it with my first, and because TV and radio wasn't that different, it wasn't that good, or it didn't cause that impact. But my first interview in the newspaper, it came out a Sunday in the biggest, the biggest newspaper here in Mallorca, and that was crazy. That was crazy because here on Sundays everyone reads the newspaper.
Wow.
So I had to, I
Still that
felt
generation, the generation of
50s,
years
50s,
plus, we still,
from
Arthur, we still read newspapers, man.
Yes.
yes, that's it. From 50 to 60. Yeah, a lot of people wanted to know what is this? What is this about matchmaking? So I had to stop the sales. I couldn't accept more customers because the service was it was starting to be a bad service. I was on my own. I didn't have candidates to introduce. I was late for the deadlines. It was crazy. But hopefully, things are different now, and step by step, I'm fixing the process and helping me with like people like you that help me with part of the process. And now after 3 years, it's starting to be great because
After
I
3 years,
suffered.
you can probably teach now. You can probably be the school yourself
Yes.
and teach others, probably, no?
Well, actually, last Monday I started my first course, and so the
You
the
started
idea,
teaching the
yes,
course or
yes,
teaching the course?
okay,
Bravo.
yeah, I'm teaching. I have four potential matchmakers in the course, so in different places of Spain in Galicia. I don't know if you've been there, Tim. Well, probably
Yes.
in Galicia. It was far from your trip you were telling me before, but from Andalusia and from Barcelona too. So my idea was to, because people ask me, why do you prefer to give this training to other people instead of you taking the whole market. And for me, it's like I need a good network to collaborate outside Mallorca in Spain. I think doesn't matter how many matchmakers we are, this market for everyone because
I was
it's
gonna say it's the same concept as, you know, you have a restaurant on the street, you think you open another one and that's it, your business is gonna, no, in fact, it's interesting. The more restaurants you open on the street, the more business is there for everyone.
yeah, yeah. I
Because
mean, if
now
you do a
people
good
go to
course,
that street, you know, people
yeah.
go to the street because they know there's this restaurant and that restaurant and this restaurant. So it just creates more business for everyone. That's a very healthy philosophy, you know, to
Mm.
train and to build your network. I love it.
It's a
I
really
love it.
kind philosophy. You have a big heart to do this.
Generous.
Oh, thank you, Arthur.
So
Yeah,
you're teaching your you know, your first course. This is your first course for
yeah,
students. And you created the course yourself, like you
yeah.
created the agenda, the whole and how long is this course? Is it in on a video virtual course or is it in person? Tell us more. It's
Yeah,
exciting.
exactly. Well, that's what I was telling you before. Once I finished the course I did, I felt like there was a lot of things missing. And so what I built, it's a course to help people that want to start the business in the matchmaking industry. So I'm with them from the beginning. So from the beginning until the end, with not only the matchmaking tasks like in the psychology of the relations or the matchmaking techniques. No, it's like strategy, marketing inside the industry, and it's like I'm going to be with them until they start the well. Actually, I guarantee that when they finish, they're gonna have the first customer as well. So
Wow.
I'm with
Wow. So you're
I'm
not
with
just, it's very different from the courses that you took, right? So you're
you,
actually,
yeah, totally different.
it reminds me
Totally.
almost like this approach almost reminds me of like a franchise approach, you know,
Yeah,
like when you buy the business, like here we have a coffee franchise, you know, you open a store, but they literally give you marketing, they give you the whole
Business
blueprint.
modeling,
That's
tools.
that's what you're doing. You're teaching them all the way to actually guaranteeing them to get their first customer.
that's the idea because it's the first edition, I would say. So my goal was to have 10 people. It was super difficult. Yeah, I was last month, and that's why when Arthur called me and said, "You want an interview?" I said, "Yeah, but give me some weeks," because I was with the interviews trying to sell this course to a lot of people. I did like 60 interviews and
Wow.
I only sold to 4 because there's no like they don't have a necessity of I want to be a matchmaker. No, people don't have an idea, don't have a clue of what this is, so it was difficult. So my idea is to franchise and vinQulo, and at the end I couldn't do this. This one is like to test to see how it goes, but the second one I'm going to start offering if someone wants to open vinQulo Madrid or vinQulo Barcelona. I would help them to do it as well.
That's amazing vision. And you know,
Strategic one.
good news for you. So we are currently working in Smart Match App, you know, the matchmaking CRM. We are currently working on international languages too. So we're gonna add the website. Our website will be also translated to Spanish and other languages. An internal CRM inside of this CRM, we're gonna also translate it to Spanish as well. And I think, remind me, when you work with our consultant, Nikolai, right? It was Nikolai you were working with?
Yeah,
So you are using Spanish fields for searching
mhm,
already, right? For matching,
yeah,
you are using
yeah,
those. And I think you're
Yeah,
also
yeah.
using the Spanish version for the introductions, right? You probably have all of that in Spanish, correct? Because we have that
Exactly.
version. I think Spanish was our first international language.
Yes, we have many Spanish matchmakers, Spanish-speaking matchmakers.
Not Spanish, but Spanish
Spanish
speaking.
speaking, yeah.
But then we
Well,
have
actually,
German. Uh-huh.
well, the thing is that, well, maybe my side, Nikolai, it was me translating the system. So he said, okay, I'm going to give you the information. You can translate it. It was super easy for me to translate it. There's still parts that are in English, but since I don't have problems with the understanding English, so, but it's true that's a lot of that maybe it has to finish to be more complete in Spanish, because I guess I hope you're going to start having more Spanish matchmakers and wanting to
Spanish,
get this.
Spanish or Spanish or Spanish speaking, you know.
Hmm.
So, from my statistics, if we don't count all the dialects in Indian culture or Chinese culture, I think it's the number 2 language
Yeah,
language in the
exactly.
world. Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Like after English, because of if you talk about countries that speak, that is the English or Spanish language is the, how can I say, official language, not without the dialects. It's the second language in the world, spoken all
Yeah,
over the world right now.
I guess I don't know if there's a lot of South Americans matchmakers, but I know a few already. So, and
Oh
since
yeah,
you say
and
that,
it's growing. It's growing all over the world. It's just like, it's a growing industry. I
yeah,
mean, and it's a need. It's not even a choice. It's a need, a human need for love, a human need for partner. Like what's life without a partner? Like what, I mean, you need to share your life with
To
somebody,
be
right?
complete,
yeah.
to feel
I,
complete.
I remember some time ago, a long time ago, I watched a movie. I don't remember the name, but it was a Susan Sarandon, which is one of my favorite actresses. Just my type, if you can say.
Mhm.
So she said something. What is a marriage? It's just having a witness. It's having a witness to your life. What
Mhm.
a wonderful way to say what that is. You have a witness next to you who is witnessing your life, and you're witnessing her life or his life,
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
it's a need, and I think that it's like you can compare it to almost like, the boom previously, the boom in life coaching, the boom in fitness coaching, those industries, they experience boom in terms of like, okay, you can be a life coach, and there are people who want a personal life coach. There are people who want a personal fitness coach. Well, guess what? People want a personal relationship and matchmaking coach. It's a need, and it's a growing need because of all these social media issues and all the dating apps issues. You need a guide you can, who can work with you one on one. So it's a growing industry. I think I feel it
exactly.
all over the world, actually.
And not only that, because it's a shame, but I don't know in other parts, but in Spain, there's a divorce every 6 minutes.
Oh yeah,
So
now
it's
it's
a
like a sport, All right, let in and out. Jesus. Yes, it's true. It's hard, it's a work, it's a commitment to actually keep the relationship that you have.
Yeah. And I don't know, I think it was Arthur that said, or Tim, it was you that you were saying that as well, a matchmaker, or Arthur, sorry, you have to educate as well. Because there's people that they have an idea of I'm not saying love, I'm just saying how to a relationship, how to talk to people, how to trying to start or build something, and the basics a lot of times are totally wrong. Say like people that are trying to control, or people that they I don't know, they try to take, like absorb that person, because like it's a lot of people here in Spain, they have the necessity. That's what well, probably in other places as well, no? It's not like you are a full cake with your full pieces and you're looking for the cherry. No, it's you have pieces that are missing and you're trying to fit people inside to feel complete. At the end, I think that you need to be satisfied with your life, be happy with yourself, but obviously we're human and we need to, that's what you were saying, and we are happier, not happy, happier with someone else.
I
With
love
this
that
little
nuance.
short, you can run
Yeah.
perfect ads on YouTube to get
Yeah.
and attract more clients. This is priceless. I never heard, and we've been in business for 10 years already, but I never heard a better description of a matchmaking and matchmaker's purpose than this. It's
It's
treasure.
interesting nuance also, Arthur, and you know, you're younger than us. You are in a different generation, but you know this maximalism there. I like the realistic nuance, happier, not happy, because nobody can make you happy literally, but you can be happier, and you should be happier. You should be more complete in the
Yeah.
eye
Exactly.
you can see, when you can see in the eyes of others yourself, you know, if you can reflect yourself or see yourself in the eyes of your partner and witness yourself in the eyes of the partner, life is just so much more complete, you know.
Mm.
But it comes only with it comes unfortunately with a lot of experience
Yeah.
and failing and errors and divorcing sometimes, and at one point,
It's shaping a diamond, each
yeah, yeah.
angle.
It's a perfect chance to like be in a relationship. It's the perfect moments and chances to learn and to grow. So it's you always
If your
learning.
partner are allowing you to do it, it's even better, you know.
Yeah.
It's better. How wonderful is it to grow together? You know, together is more fun.
Help each other. And as we approach our last minutes on free Zoom account,
Okay.
yes, we are. I do have a fascinating question. Laura, you connected and made many people happier and partnered them up for life. What can you recall your favorite example, your favorite match that you made, a success story of your clients, something that you extremely proud of, something that makes you feel smile when you remember about this? You don't have to say names, but their
I
story.
have to. I have two.
Please, yes.
No, because it was at the beginning of when I was starting and I was nervous. You know, it's a lot of responsibility as well. And you know, you have to match the perfect. Well, no, not the perfect. No, but you have to do a good work, and it's like people's expectations and desires, and you know they're very happy, and one day I had this gorgeous lady that she's a lawyer. She was working a lot. She didn't have time for anything. She didn't like the dating apps, and
Classic. Yeah, I just want to say classic,
yeah,
right? Working
yeah.
hard, building career, no time, and the dating app is such a waste. It's a classic example, right?
And she was saying, I have so much success in my life with my career, with everything, but something is missing. You know, I want, she loves to travel, and she loves Egypt, and she went like 14 times to Egypt, something like that, crazy. But she said, I want to share with someone because she's an independent woman as well, and she doesn't need to have, but I've got to this part of my life that I don't feel that good anymore with no one by my side. So it was the first gentleman I introduced to her, and it was they just loved the date. They were super happy. They were so I said, "Wow, this is super easy." You know, it was at the beginning. I said, "Wow, this is going to be so easy." Then I realized that it's not that easy. But this first one, at the end, they got married as well. So, for me, helping this lady that I love, one of my first customers as well, I was super happy.
Wow. I mean, if you, what a wonderful industry it is then, because it's our industry, and I'm happy that we're getting together here talking about
I'm happy that we are part
oh,
of this change. I'm
this
happy
this
that we
book,
play a little role in this success.
helping
Yeah,
people
yeah.
find love, and you know, you said something that really clicked with me. It's like I'm in this place of, she said, I'm in this place of life when I need to share with somebody, and sharing is everywhere. You're not only in traveling, but just, you're watching a movie. Did you guys ever catch yourself in this little nuance? You watch a movie, if you're alone, you look and there's no one to kind of share the moment in the movie. It even starts with Netflix. It even starts with simple things like this.
Yeah.
I catch myself all the time. I'm watching a movie or comedy and I'm laughing and I look around to my wife, I look at to my daughter or something. I need somebody to share that joke on a screen even. Imagine when you travel and you look at the wonderful architectural,
The pyramids.
buildings and you're alone. Okay, it's great, but don't you want to look to the side and you see that someone else is watching the same thing you're watching at the same time? Wonderful feeling.
Yeah, totally. I'm with you as well, Tim. It's something, um, I mean, when I started, I didn't have a partner. It was difficult for me as well. But thanks to the matchmaking, thanks to my job, I found a great man that we are 2 years now, and I'm so happy. And I couldn't imagine, well, not getting home, arriving home, and not having anyone at home. So I'm very happy for that as well. I understand. That's why I get so involved with my customers when I found people that they really, and most of them, they just so loving, that I feel like hugging them a lot of time. And when I
I,
tell
I
them
I
that,
just can't imagine, like, what is the gratification from the
yeah,
job? The job gratification. Maybe it's similar to when you are a doctor and you help someone to get healthy, maybe surgeon, you heal somebody. It's probably the closest kind of profession, maybe, or educator, like if you're a school teacher and you're helping kids to learn a lesson stuff, but the gratification. I guess we're gonna need another whole other meeting or another interview sometime
Yes, and
soon.
it would be great.
I'm,
We have less than a
I'm
minute,
looking.
unfortunately, but
Yeah.
I just want to say big thank you, Laura, for joining, for sharing your story. It makes all the difference in the world. And God bless for having people like you. Big heart.
thank you for thinking about me. So maybe we can do another one in a few years so we can see how things are going in
Oh no,
Spain.
no, a few years.